Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, I extend a heartfelt welcome to each and every one of you. My name is Dini Danisha, and it's both a privilege and honor to stand before you today as your MC for this momentous press conference. Today, we gather here with great enthusiasm to announce a new project called Rising Star. This marks a significant milestone in the journey of both K.M.S.K Deinze and Albirex Niigata Football Club Singapore. Without further ado, I would like to invite our first speaker, the chairman of Albirex Niigata Football Club Singapore, Mr. Daisuke Korinaga. Please give him a warm round of applause.
Good afternoon. Thank you very much for joining our press conference. Today, I'm pleased to announce a significant development in our club's football program. Our primary focus is on attracting top-tier talent for our Center of Excellence (COE) under 15 and under 17 football teams in the upcoming next year. To achieve this, we are launching an extensive talent search together with our partner club, K.M.S.K Deinze, and ACA football partners. The project will be called Rising Star, which Mr. Ono and Masa will touch more later. Standard players discovered during these trials will have the opportunity to train with K.M.S.K Deinze in Belgium for free, to provide them with a valuable chance to refine their skills and elevate their game. This initiative is about developing local talent, creating pathways to success, and instilling pride of our community. It reflects our belief in the potential of our young footballers and our dedication to identify promising young footballers in our region. I encourage everyone to spread the word about this opportunity and invite young footballers to participate. We believe in their potential and are eager to invest in their football dreams. We are always focusing on youth development. I look forward to seeing more young talented players to play for us, Singapore national team, and eventually in overseas club. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Daisuke Korinaga. Next, I would like to invite Mr. Marcia Cruz Semigano, the Director of Methodology and Head of Youth Development, to share more about the trials.
Good afternoon, everyone. Well, it's from my side a pleasure to be in charge together with Deinze Football Club to make this selection of players in order to, as Chairman has shared, it's the aim of developing local talent, give new opportunities, and in the future create more awareness of the Singapore football is in the Southeast Asia. And basically, in terms of how are we gonna conduct this, first is addressed to under 15s and under 17s. Together with our coaching staff, as a club, we collaborated all as a FC, FA, and soccer school to create a way that is efficient and it really can capture and spot the bright players. Then regarding to this, what we did is just came with several conversations. First, with the vision of our chairman and also the vision of Deinze. then transferred that to technical director, and through the inspiration and the experience, we came up and try to, as I said, make the best procedure. In terms of this, we're gonna do 11th and 12th, 2 days of the first filter, where we are going to basically have many coaches having the eyes in different games. Basically, we're going to evaluate in, let's say, two parts. We're going to first, in the morning, is going to be with under 15s, and in the afternoon with the under 17s. And what we're going to do is to, as I said, make games to see what are the ones that can pass this first filter. This first filter is going to leave 35 under 15s and then 35, around 35 under 17s. Then on the 19th of November, together with the academy director of Deinze, myself, technical director, with the support of all the coaches, we're gonna come up with a final selection. And mainly, we are going to be following 4 pillars. Those 4 pillars have more in-depth criteria. Those 4 pillars are technical ability, tactical awareness, collective understanding of the game, then physical and, let's say, social, emotional, or slash mentality. There's many details that we're going to be looking at, but mainly we're going to focus on those 4 pillars. And we are very excited for that process, and we have done, I think, a good job all together in order that this whole process is as successful as possible, and then really making sure that the ones that are selected are really having a great experience. And I'm bringing back also good experience to share with the rest of us, having a great experience for all. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Marcel. Next, I would like to invite Mr. Hiroyuki Ono, the CEO of ACN Football Partners and the Vice Chairman of K.M.S.K Deinze, to deliver a speech.
Okay, so good afternoon, everyone, and long time no see for the press and everybody. My first time to be appearing in Singapore was the time we have announced the transfer funding in December. So first of all, congratulations for the Singapore Nationals for the win yesterday against Guam. I'm also happy to see Ilhan play for the first time this year in the international match. 31 minutes. I hope you will recognize that his rehab has been in a great progress. Fewer days, he come further back and with a bigger body, if you know what I mean. And very thankful for my beloved friend and always partner, Mr. Corona, and the team, for having this opportunity to bring something back to Singapore or to start something at a moment. Now, last month, if I do understand, I'm sure we are all informed, that Albirex Niigata have decided to also localize and bring more talents for the mission. A long-term mission from them was always to have a more strong team for Singapore Nationals and for the players. And now it has been, they're starting their new journey to localize and accept more Singapore players. So with that in mind, ACN Football, first of all, I'd like to update the progress of multi-club ownership in Europe and also in this region, Asia, and why we came up to have this rising star in Singapore, and to further enhance our partnership with Albirex, and then to, of course, to also introduce how we are going to have this selection in our team. So since my appearance last in December, so we have been able to be successful to acquire 2 more clubs in Europe, which were in Spain, now playing in the 5th division, and one in London. It's called Charlton. Now they're playing in League One. So happily, as a platform that I have mentioned before, our multi-club ownership is becoming into shape. And furthermore, for the partnership in the region, Albirex obviously was our partner from the beginning. PBF from Vietnam was there. And we have also have been working with Mabari, Mr. Okada, the former Japan national coach, is now the owner of the club. And we're also trying to bring the Okada method to teach coaches, which I think Marcelo is also working on with Albirex into this region. And San Felix is one of the young academy club with their position in the first league of it's called Division de Honor in Spain, in southern Spain. Under 19 is playing against Sevilla, Cadiz, Real Betis, all the great talents that you can name. So the past 10, 11 months, we're able to play at the platform where we are. And now it's time that investments, more or less, is into shape. We want to bring more souls and confidence into this project. So there they are, just for visual mistake. So actually now the season started for this year, and pretty much with all the season start is always on easy ones. But looking back at 5 of the last recent games, it's surprise to the positive surprise. The last 5 games for each of the 3 clubs, we've only lost 1 out of 15, 16 games we have in total. So pretty much we're earning points, and we're on the right track to compete for promotion for these clubs. So updates. One of the contents we have done in Vietnam, and this is where it hits me that it's the right moment to bring this single. So the partnership with PBF Academy in Vietnam, they were one of the very few 3 stars acknowledged by AFC. They have talents who bring all over from Vietnam nations. So what we've done last year was from the 25 of the youth that they have, we've selected 3 people to come to do so-called internship in our club days, 2 months, intense. And they had this language difficulties. They also have to participate in their schools. They have to compete with a new environment, with new players. But end result for us was, and for them, PBF Academy was surprisingly very good. That we thought we want to expand this into other regions. So what's next? Of course, our friends, partner, Singapore, will be our next destination. Yeah, this is something, so the once more, what we're also trying to do is that we also want to have people understand and have a visibility of what we are doing in Belgium. Like, one of the things is that if you do a scouting programs, you see who is selected. But we also wanted to encourage people to see and know what is actually happening in Belgium. So in Belgium, in Vietnam, what we've done is for the selection and for the internship, we have, with the help of the Fuji TV, the television for Japanese program, TV company, and we have broadcasted the whole program as a documentary in Vietnam. So this is what I'm going to show you is a trial of about 2.5 minutes of episode 2. It's not out in the market yet, so it's you are the first one to watch it. But I think this will give you a great sense of what it's like to have, like, let's say we all select the players. So what happened, what's the evolutions? I think you will have a good understanding more of what it's like.
Rising Star Vietnam, Episode 2. Asia's leading 3-star academy, PBF Academy. The best players from all over Vietnam gather here. 3 chosen young players have finally come to Belgium.
Tôi sẽ cố gắng chiến đấu trong 2 tháng tới. Tôi sẽ cố gắng chiến đấu trong 2 tháng tới. Tôi sẽ cố gắng chiến đấu trong 2 tháng tới.
meeting new friends, encounters with various people. However,
They're under 16.
the big obstacle that stood in the way was Europe, the home of many great players.
You were a bit quiet today. If you want, you can speak more English. Communicate with them.
And also,
They're 15 years old kids, so challenges, different environment.
Tại vì hôm mà tôi gọi về cho mẹ tôi để nói chuyện với gia đình.
these three players encountered various difficulties.
They each have their different personalities. Different personality,
They continue to struggle and grow.
Actually, I wanted to discuss about the Vietnamese players. I wanted to bring them to our U21.
U21. So in 2 months, they have a challenge to like the first few
We
weeks.
will follow these young
They have
soccer
a top
players
taking
for 2
in
months.
common, so if they teach
Everything they do is to become a rising star representing Vietnam.
So in the end, they played in under 21. You see much bigger physicals, different plays. Even they play in friendly matches. So totally what we found out is it's not about only techniques, but they also brought themselves up, changing mindsets as we discussed yesterday. And have it's a very much for me it's not just a football, but it's a human drama that these kids come back home. And since then, it's a few months, almost a year passed, and they are showing drastic performance changes. But this is the things I want to also bring back to Singapore, and together with Albirex to have achieve something similar like this. So it's a little bit more about where the actually the kids from Singapore joining Boomi. We will also try to find a host family to host themselves, and of course they are students, so they take classes, the English classes, the educations. We have also provided a teacher for the languages and make sure they also have pick up the speed. Better. Is it better? Better. Okay. So
Again, yes, so it's the 2 months was for or one of the intention was also for we wanted people to understand the difference. It's not about how good or how bad or what techniques are better of football, but to knowing the different environment, playing a different environment, can also help for them. Let's say for international matches, now the kids they are at the Singapore play in Guam, or international matches they play in a different region. Once you know how to play or adapt the environment, it's all about adapting. So this is the kind of opportunities we would like to provide. So the Happy Boys in the end had all the autographs, signatures by the guys from the top. Hopefully that's a great ceremony. So that's how they went. So one of the players from the one out of the three players, Gwen Nafat, he's now become 16. But this is one of the examples that after coming to Deinze, so he has also been participated as under 17 national teams when he was only 15. And just recently in September, there was an under 21 national championship on the club level. So inside their academy, he's been promoted to under 21 and start the game. So I did also hear that in a friendly match against Manchester City or Aspire in summer, he also played ball in under 16, which has brought him to play in under 21. So, yes, well, we will admit that in the beginning he already have a talent, but how this program can help is by understanding the different environment, changing mindsets or improve their mindset, and also evolve their talents to bring them to a higher level. So from this, our updates and what we've done in the past. So there you go. So this is what we want to do. You recognize the face. So it's a rising star in Singapore. So together with our partner Albirex Niigata, our club, and also the owner of the club, we were all trying to produce a documentary with proper educations and mindset development program. We will have two of our talents to lead from Deinze side. Albirex Niigata, our chief football officer of the group, is also currently sports director of Deinze. And maybe I have introduced him before. He is a former scout from Leicester City, Tottenham, also in Spain, Real Betis, and he's also been in Bordeaux. So as a Spanish, he has an experience quite diverse in a lot of our continent Europe. And Walter, who's now, I think it's the first time I'm introducing him, he's academy director who have been taking the lead when the kids are in our club or the academy. Former Feyenoord player has been doing experience in closing and others. So he's Dutch. So we have a variety of nationalities. So Japanese owner, Spanish head of the performance in sports, and the Dutch academy directors, who will also provide a guaranteed international experience within the club. So our club is small, yet we have also, once we become the owner of the club, we have carefully invested in the heart and the soft skills of the club. Whereas distinct facilities like this gym, we have invested in a new training kits and facilities. You've seen we cover all here. So with our physical conditioning and strengthening coaches who have a doctor degree, so PhD, we have 3 Spanish PhD degrees who's actually providing a tailor-made program for all the players, as well as the rehab. We have also cooperated with past football association so that Ilhan can also recover as soon as possible, and you've seen him on the pitch. Of course, as the kids we were taking kids to school, so I repeatedly want to emphasize education is very good, great part. Even if it's a school holiday, 10 days, 2 weeks, whatever it is for this program together, they have to also recognize themselves that they are also students before they are approved. So I'll try to conclude our program with a message from Ilhan.
Hi guys, Ilhan Pandi here. I just want to say thank you so much for all the support I've been receiving so far. I'm really glad to be able to play again, and really happy to be back in the national team to play against Guam in the World Cup qualifiers. But not only that, guys, this is your turn. I heard that the Albirex youth will have a selection for Rising Star, and the selected players will be coming here to Belgium to play and to train and to feel how it's like to be in Europe. And I wish you guys all the best, and hopefully I get to catch you guys. Take care.
Good. So for the message to the applicants, so I'm sure the door is open for everyone who is qualified in the age group. So please feel free to apply. All the information will subsequently be provided by Albirex Niigata. And I'm also waiting for all the people. I'll be there in the scouting scene in the finals. So enjoy the process, and I'll also see you there. And everybody's waiting for you. Thank you.
We will now proceed to open the floor to questions. Please raise your hand and we will pass you the mic. Thank you so much for sharing with us. Of course, it's a great initiative for youngsters. I just wanted to check a little bit about this is the fact that it's open to every Singaporean child, right? Is there a reason why you decided to do that instead of going with the current Albirex at COE team or anything like that? You can share as well as the idea.
Well, I think it's open because we want to give an opportunity to everyone because we know that we have players. We are happy with our players, but also I think that there is talent elsewhere. Me is still very early in here in Singapore. I've been here just 5 months and a half, and I know that there's going to be talent that is going to be spotted. I am looking forward, hopefully, to find also some talent that it doesn't belong to our current squad. So, yeah.
First of all, I love the idea that Albirex is opening up for to localize part of the Singapore league as to bring more talents from the local side. That's why we thought it's the right moment to propose the Rising Star project to Singapore. Because Mr. Korenaga is always why we partner with him was his open mind and his vision, long-term vision to have the better for Singapore was something I have not proposed. And for me, like seeing Marcelino or the course in Vietnam, I've seen how important that the young kids dive into a different culture when they're earlier. So from that perspective, it's a football initiative, but I would also want people to understand, parents of course from the Singaporeans, this is part of our education. That through football, you will have a door to global careers. And I'm hoping my next chapter with this project is not providing football experiences, but beyond that, with business careers or combine everything. So this is why I love the way they present it. It's open, the door is open. I hope that answers the question.
Gary? This question is to Mr. Ono. I just would like to ask, because apart from the one player you mentioned, what happened to the other two Vietnamese players who went to Belgium? What were the outcomes after that?
Yes, thank you. So actually the 3 out of 2 were selected to play for under 17. So they are all same age group, so 15. So 2 of them already have jumped up to play for the higher category of under 17.
And a follow-up question is this, because I think for these Vietnamese who went to Belgium, all of them is probably their first overseas stint or even their first overseas trip abroad. Ilan, he had the family heritage, but for those Singaporeans who are going to be chosen, many of them will be a bit of a culture shock. So are you confident that, because parents from Singapore, parents will get answers, so are you confident that you are able to win over the parents, especially when they will have more questions, and convince them that these things will be very beneficial to our young footballers?
Yes, I'm hoping I can say a definite yes for now, but I also want to make sure I properly assess the situation here. In every country, every parents have a different mindset or different situations. So that from that perspective, PBF, I think it's already an academy for the top players in Vietnam. So the kids or the parents or the directors there have already a mindset that they want to make them spend more time there, 2 months longer the better. So this is why I'm also involved with the team from Albirex. Duration or how the contents during that time shall be carefully assessed based on what we're trying to do now. That there is no definite answer for this kind of program. So also the whole objective is to open up the door to everyone, and also intention is to reflect people to feel the cultural differences for football. So I would say that to win that confidence over parents or the ones who will be selected to bring them to Belgium, that we should have more like flexible discussion over what's the best, because it's going to be the first, for us, the first initiative, and all the feedbacks for the PDC cycles that we can start from here will be very much appreciated.
As adding something on top of Mr. Ronan said, I think before he has mentioned at the beginning of his first intervention about adaptability. For me, adaptability is the skill in life. And I'm saying this from my personal experience. I'm from Barcelona and I've lost a number of countries, mainly Southeast Asia and Asia. And of course, it's special coming out from an island like Singapore. But I think that experience abroad, it's just something. It's a challenge, of course, but it's something that it really upgrade this capacity, this skill of becoming more adaptable. Because life is facing challenges and be flexible and adaptable. Then I think it's something that, of course, it's about to explain it properly, but I think it's something that the parents can easily understand and even hopefully support us and the kids on that trip, that experience.
This question is for Korinaga-san. Can you share with us, whether this is a one-off or is this a long-term annual kind of trial, and what do you hope it does for your aspiration?
Okay, this is the first time for drivers on. I hope this year, like this, with the Deinze of Belgium, during this event.
So thank you for that question. So from my end, I also want this to be a sustainable, consistent program. And then for us to do that, we're happy that today we already have a sponsorship for this project itself. So it's the first partners, it's one of the security firm in Japan, but this is a company who's actually supporting athletes or club in Japan from finance. It's a financial company, but with what they earn, they also trying to encourage people or athletes to hold a second careers or opportunities. And I'm hoping that they will not be the only one to support us, and of course it's a project for Singapore. And it's not like we were sending kids, but we also want to make a documentary program for what we've done in Vietnam. That hoping that if we have the more supports we receive in various ways, I think the more possibilities we will keep going as a project.
Two questions. The first question is for the 30 over kids that are selected for COE, which is going to Deinze for, is it a one-time thing only, or do they maybe they will go back again the next year and go back again the next year, the same players? That's the first question. Second question is how does this project fit into the Singapore's Unleash the Raw project, which they also try to build up the youth football in Singapore?
Well, I think the first question to me is it depends. It's nothing white or black. We are open to provide opportunities and hopefully are different players. I think there's also a part of challenge on to see, and part of the life is kind of, okay, not everything is certain, and maybe one of those players is so good and stays there. And we don't know. Maybe not. Maybe yes. And as they answered in the question before, that hopefully we can provide many opportunities on and on and on.
Maybe further to answer the first question. So what's up? This is the pilot project. So we start with a small, this like 3 or 4 pounds to Belgium. But it does not mean that this is for us also to promote to the people in Singapore that there is a destinations where you can train. So for this case, it's Albirex. We are forming a
program that whoever, the most talented will have a chance to go for free. But if anybody is willing to invest, that's another story, right? We're just trying to promote and also show that there's an opportunity. So that's the first way. And the more this project evolves, I'm sure and I'm hoping the more supports that we receive. At any time, we can send more people within this program or this project. So it's this, I would say it could be the same players that they will come repeatedly come because of the talent. Or every year if the team is in a selection for U15 or 17, well, we hope we will continue to have this kind of project together. So it's an overlap. It could be spreading the universe for the support, or it could be on the time horizons that the same people, the player will come. We are from the club to receive the talents. We are always present, and we do have some other clubs. So our intention could be that if the next chapter 2 could be they go to Spain, go to London, or some other club we have.
Second question was about the reach the goal with kids too.
I think I'm sure the guys will also be the first time to hear this, so we are happy to find a way to combine or cooperate. I don't know. That's not for me. The answer this question, the answer is more from okay. Okay, so it's a difficult answer.
So for me, it's just regarding your eye. So when you guys first received it, like, in your personal opinion, how has he improved as a player from then until now?
Like the Vietnam?
Ilhan Tan.
Oh yeah. So Ilhan, it was unfortunate right after we announced he has this severe injury, but with the time and hoping that he will show the way that we have kept the contract and we have been fully cooperative together with FAS to have his rehab on time, or in this case as a great result. He had recovered earlier than expected, as you see. Already it's less than 300 days, he was already on the pitch. So what we were be careful was make sure that he adapts to the environment, because it's a different culture anyways, even he was before. So my mindset will have to be, I mean, he as you know, his character, he can well adapt in a new environment. So even if he's injured, he was very good at involving himself, adapting to the team, which also helped, from my perspective, I've also seen that Ilhan's personality also have helped the other kid from Indonesia also to adapt. So his kind of characteristic is somebody who will be well adapted to the new environment, whereas can help to maintain his or even upgrade his performance. And while he was in the rehab on the physical side, we do have a PhD Spanish coaches, three of them. We are taking care of his rehabs from the practical, technical side. We have a facility to help him out. So maybe last night you may recognize he has a bigger volume, but yet he still have a playing speed, brain speed is also that. Making decisions, I think he's improving, and the more he is playing on the pitch, I think can show more differences hopefully. So mindset, physicals, and effective training is something that you could expect from us from Deinze.
One last question for anyone. Thank you everyone for your questions and answers. We have now come to the end of the press conference. Thank you once again for gracing us with your presence today.